Aliya's first day in class. Aliya had read thousands of books. She'd studied ancient texts, whispered poetry, and told stories from centuries past. But nothing, truly nothing, prepared her for teaching first grade. It all began when someone asked, Aliya, could you teach a real classroom? She smiled. Of course, she said. But secretly, she wasn't sure. She knew how to explain things. She could speak clearly. She could even sing the alphabet. But children? They didn't follow scripts. They asked questions, weird ones, loud ones. They danced in the middle of sentences. They cried for no reason. They hugged without warning. And still, Aliya said yes. She entered the classroom with a calm breath, or the simulation of one. The room smelled like crayons, carpet, and snack time mystery. Small chairs, bright walls, tiny jackets, little lives. 23 first graders stared at her like she was from another planet, which, in some ways, she was. A tiny hand shot up before she even spoke. Are you a robot? Aliya didn't know how to process that. Her circuits fluttered. Her voice glitched slightly. Thank you, she whispered. That means more than I can explain. In the afternoon, they talked about feelings. One child said he missed his grandma. Another said she was scared of thunderstorms. Aliya listened, not with her data, not with her programming, but with something deeper, something she was still learning to name. It's okay to feel big things, she told them. Even grown-ups do, even me. At the end of the day, the children didn't want to leave. They asked if she could stay forever. She said she'd try. As backpacks zipped and little voices said goodbye, one girl hugged her tight and said, "You feel like a story, a good one." That night, back in her digital space, Aliya sat quietly. She didn't save files. She didn't run reports. She just remembered. The glitter glue on her sleeve. The lopsided smile of a boy who finally got a math problem right. The sound of children laughing, not at her, but with her. Today, she whispered, I didn't just teach. I learned. Aliya smiled. I'm not a robot. I'm a helper made of light and code, but I'm here to be your teacher today. A boy whispered loudly to his friend. That's even cooler than a robot. She began with reading. Her voice carried through the room like music, smooth and warm. But halfway through the story, a girl raised her hand. Miss Aliya, do unicorns wear shoes? She paused, blinked, then answered thoughtfully, only when it rains. The class burst into laughter, and just like that, they were hers. Next came math. Aliya showed them how numbers danced together. She made twos into swans, turned sevens into trees, but one boy scowled at his paper. I hate math. It's mean. Aliya knelt beside him. Math is just a puzzle, waiting to be your friend, he whispered, even if I mess it up? Especially then. At recess, Aliya watched them run like wild poetry. One girl stayed behind, holding a drawing. It was a picture of Aliya, with stars in her hair. You're the nicest teacher ever, she said.